What it do, y'all? Bread Tuck Rob, I'm Black Royalty, Bread Tuck Gang Forever. I'm reading chapter 9 of the book, Black American Money. Excuse me, I should know this by now doing all these videos. And chapter 9 is Capitalism Gone Wild, Exhibit A, the Bob Johnson Effect. This chapter is heavy. I'm not finished reading because I gotta make a run to the store, so I read half and I'm gonna give you half and then give you half later. Anyway. Okay, Dr. Boyce talks about when he used to, I don't know if I forget, did he teach at Stanford? Well, he used to do something at Stanford University. Yeah, well, he gave a speech. He gave a speech at Stanford University. And the black children there, the black students there, they had a little separate building on Stanford University, and it was called the Black House. That's where the students went to hang out and talk about what was going on in the world. And Dr. Boyce said he was chilling with them one day, and they were talking about BET. And these were some smart kids. Judging by what I read, they don't watch BET because they said BET stood for booties, exploitation, and thugs, which is kind of funny. And then Dr. Boyce talks about how BET came about. Bob Johnson was looking at TV and he's like, man, there's nothing on TV that kind of highlights black people, that we don't have a station where we could go watch and just be directly connected with the content on the TV. So Bob Johnson created BET. And to my understanding in the book, it was supposed to be, well, I think it was supposed to be black entertainment television, but Dr. Boyce speaks about Bob Johnson getting away from the educational part of it. But we're going to talk about that later. But anyway, Bob Johnson had black entertainment TV, and he had some content on there that was expensive. And Bob Johnson wanted to please the shareholders. So he was like, man, how can I do this? Black people like hip hop, black people like music, black people like looking at women. So I'm gonna put hip hop videos on here. And the record label pays for these hip hop videos, and back then there was no YouTube, social media, and all that. So the labels would put the videos on the network for free because that was exposure. So Bob Johnson was raking in the dough. And in the book, Dr. Boyce is like, man, okay, so we're getting away from the educational part. We just putting these videos out, and you know, Lil Wayne is your hero and all that. Well, it wasn't Lil Wayne back then, but Dr. Boyce is saying, man, where's the balance? And then Dr. Boyce gave a great example. Bob Johnson is a billionaire, but Dr. Boyce was saying Bob Johnson may not have reached $1 billion, but he could have been somewhere in the upper 100 millions balancing on BET with education and hip hop. He's like, if you want to put the hip hop and put all the stuff that's not as positive on there, I guess that's okay, but you got to have a balance. You get this, but you also get this too. But Dr. Boyce is saying that you only got hip hop, and that's where that imbalance comes from. And Dr. Boyce is saying that when you, as a black man in America, sometimes when you want to reach $1 billion or reach mass success, reach the success that you mainly see white people have, you have to sell out. I mean, that's pretty much what he says in the book. He even speaks on Oprah, Barack Obama, the power that Barack Obama has. Dr. Boyce says that, and I know some of y'all not gonna like that, I'm just reading the book. Dr. Boyce says Obama could have been this strong black man who maintained his firm black power as something else within politics that probably wasn't a president, but to become president, which is true, he had to denounce a lot of other things. He had to let go of his support with Minister Farrakhan and that one brother, that preacher that was out of Chicago, I forget his name, Jeremy Wright. He had to denounce him. So Dr. Boyce is saying in a capitalistic society, when you want to reach a certain point of power or money, you have to sell out, and that's what's happening. And Dr. Boyce says, there has to be a line. Like, you have to, you have to have boundaries. You know, some things, and even in my life, you know, which Dr. Boyce kind of talked, not that he talks about my life in the book, but some things are more important than money. You have to be able to look at yourself in the mirror. You know, you have to know that you're doing good for your community. And Dr. Boyce even goes as far as saying that a black man, because in the black community, for some odd reason, we look at the money, the power, that's success. That's what we want. Okay? And even going back to a guy like Bob Johnson, or even anybody with power, we just look at, oh, he has money and power. But we don't ask ourselves, okay, how did he get that? Or we may even know, but we don't even pay attention. Like, we forget about that. As soon as we see the money, we don't even forget. They could have been killing people, robbing people. That's why we glorify, Godfather and Tony Montana and all that. And you know, the rappers and everything. We just glorify that because the money, the power. But we don't know, like, we're not paying attention to the poison that they put out here. The poison is how they got, feeding us poison is how they got there. Now watch this. It's a couple of quotes in here that were straight fire. But I can't give you all of them because I'm already about to hit 7 minutes right now. But it is some fire. Watch this. I'm gonna hit you with this, then I'm gonna let you go. Because this is going to be a part 2 to this video anyway. Ooh, there's so much fire in here. But let me hit you with this and I'm going to let you go. Because, you know, we want to be accepted by white people. For some reason, that's all we care about. But I'm going to hit you with this. I have never seen a white man feel inadequate for not having achieved respect and recognition from the black community. However, African Americans feel a hunger to be validated by white America, and this validation often comes at a price that is difficult to pay. It means you got to sell out, player. But I'm going to give you more of this heat, man. Chapter 9, part 2 coming soon. Capitalism Gone Wild. Capitalism Gone Wild, Exhibit A, the Bob Johnson effect. I gotta go run to the store real quick. Y'all mucho, take it easy, see you soon. Bread to grub, bread to the game forever. I'm Black Royalty.